Right, Constable Ed, take us away. Flip coin, keep going, and of course check the coin. Hey, you did remember to check the coin first. Welcome to the playoffs, Season 10 of the NATTS. First game. Boy, this is going to be a hell of a week, isn't it? Here is one of the exciting matchups you heard talked about on the BBPN broadcast here. It's the Chorfs led in by McMacken here against, of course, the other famous Orc team of this league here, the Vipers NATTS gang. By Luke, quadruple 4, 4 4s, 4x4. I like that one. He's a 4x4. He's a record cube, this one, isn't he? He's 4-dimensional. He's a tortoise. Anyway, that's enough details. You can see someone's left the sprinkler system on. Well, that's all this team really needs, doesn't it? But, of course, the security gate has been activated, and I can hear the protests going on outside. Boy, the loyal supporters of, well, frankly, the other bloody teams that qualified. They want in. Oh, well, what could possibly happen? As you can see, King of the Rings, they've brought in here. They're bringing everything to this game. Let's get it started in here. Well, someone's managed to actually turn off the sprinkler system. Yeah, fine, let's get on with it.
Yeah? We've been waiting.
Ball lands, and here we go. King of the Rings is going to get started in here with a block on block. Well, it's no surprise so far here. Let's see how that Sacred Claw actually does. Oh, someone's actually down. More push me, push you. McMackey's coming in here. King of the Rings. These Chorfs have got 3 rerolls, the Apothecary, a pile of booze, and of course even have brought in a wizard. There's a devastating absolute bloody hit. And the crowd is definitely pleased with that one. As for, I don't think he's too impressed. He's got 2 reserves, but that was quick. As you can see here, though, of all things, it's a skilled lineman. Block and tackle. Well, yeah, not coming back anytime soon. And as you can see, this is going to be quite a punch-up. And he fails the first pickup roll. Decides not to actually try and do anything else here. But that's alright. That's fair dinkum. But I would have thought he would have picked up the ball. Well, you can complain all you want, but that's the plan. Why waste the reroll this early in the game? NATTS crew, though. That's it. That's the moment they've been waiting for. If they can put it in, but you got to remember, you're talking about Orcs, not renowned for the speed. Well, look what colour they are. They're not red, are they? We all know the red ones go faster. And these ones are green. So, crazy as it seems, he's bringing in everyone here as what for? Well, he's going to get me going here. Well, he hit him.
Got it, boss.
But didn't really do much else. And here we go. There's the retaliation. And down. And there we go for a quick KO. Those claws are devastating in the front line. Last thing this Orc team was expecting. Well, it was predicting the broadcast. That might be the difference. Orcs are going to have to really rethink their tactics, because normally this team, absolutely brilliant at standing up at anything that comes. But that kind of firepower, that magnitude, they're not standing up to that one. And they're down 2 players. Chorfs getting the work here. They've even brought the Hobgoblins in just for a wee bit more control. And to see what else they can do here. And once again, fails to pick up the ball. Well, there it goes, bouncing off that way. And now we got to see what the Orcs going to do about this one. Let's take a look what he's brought in. You see it. 3 rerolls. Apothecary, and because of the bloody gate, well, how pissed off the fans are, no fine to either team. So everything is pretty much a straight-up roll, unless you brought cheerleaders, or you brought some coaches. Nothing else is going on. Well, the Orcs have suddenly decided, well, maybe we should actually start pressing in here. Just a little. But, of course, well, there's some more beatings to be done here.
Got it, boss.
Well, once again, fails to penetrate that thicker-than-hell armor, despite he's got quite a knack at penetrating, but, you know, Just doesn't seem to be working so far. Well, that's 2 times. And he did have 2 assistants and his own dirty player. None of it actually worked. Finally, after endless frustration, well, let's face it, the Chorfs have realised they've conserved the rerolls, but now it's time to start getting this ball down the field. You do have 2 players up. Let's get to work, lads, because your armour can't be saving you all day. And there goes those fantastic clawing Chorfs there. What we call it, a Chorf? Anyway. Solid hit, solid blitz. And again. Another payoff. Oi! Don't you dare applaud that. You bastards. And here we go. Chorfs, well. This is becoming a day at the races. Another one. This is getting horrible. And you can see they're still continuing the punch down. Finally, something doesn't break. This is just brutal. 4 players down on the defense already. Orcs. You've got to do something about this one. Oh, there's a quick punch. And he's getting himself stuck right in again. What's going on here? It's almost like it's a denial of what's actually happening. It's come to think of it being Orcs, that's not surprising. And he's a solid attack. He clearly re-rolls that, and of course it's a push me. Push you, which does sweet bugger all, does dodge away. And so much for that brilliant idea.
Run and shoot, shoot and run.
Well, I hear that, but that didn't work, did it? How about over there? Claws finally fails to penetrate. That's saying something. That's what his wife was telling him last week. Oh, was that Cosmo Eds? I can't tell some days. Whose wife was it, you and Andy? Never mind, That's it, I'm going back to... No, I'm not going back to her. She already threw me out of the house once. Canning right on. Where does he want to go today? Well, McMackey's got this game firmly under control so far. And it looks like he's trying to make the damage continue. And that's 3 for 3. 4 for 4. And he's got another one. You're seeing that right over there in the dugout, trying to get a good look in there. But you can hear the exasperation from the Orc supporters. They are as quiet as I've ever heard them, and that's saying something. And the battle continues here. In fact, I hate to say it there, if you're the Orc coach, you're actually counting your blessings. That it's only chaos. You've got a chance of coming back. Yeah, it's true, you've got 2 people on the bench. And look at this. He's decided he's going to try this one more time. Ah, it's push me, push you. And yeah, you're counting that right. 6 is the remaining number on the field. And what turn is it? Good lord, it's 5. Well, Chaos Dwarves just going to keep on getting back and punching away. And they've definitely got the Orcs well and truly contained. And here comes the Claw Boys one more time. Does he got another one? Oh, good lord. And yeah, you see that. He got another one, and it's an injury to boot. Comes charging through, and the rest of the Dwarves going in. Yeah, you're counting that right. Turn 5. Would you have believed it? This Orc team is down to 5 players on the field. It's almost cruise control for this lad, but how does he want to play? You're joking, right? Really? You're going to stop risking now? Well, this could work. He's lucky it finally worked. Oh, good God, here comes the boot. Well, he's stunned. And I hate to say it, that might be the only bright side of that entire drive. Considering. Orcs not giving up there. They might be only 5, but you know what? They still have fists. Lots and lots of fists. And you're not green if you're not mean. Now, he's got to re-roll that one, and he has to re-roll it not once but twice. And yep, he's found a way, to get himself beautifully injured.
The boys are all gonna die! Run!
Well, not what you want to hear from the Orcs. Well, he's going to stall this out a few more turns. Doesn't have to. You've got a considerable advantage, but you know what? If the pounding's good, you perverts, you're all thinking the same thing he was. But seriously though, lads, this kind of beating, and he's deciding, he's going to try and throw out another player. He decides to re-roll that because, well, reasons with Claw. Oh, look, it's a survivor. And more surrounding there, and it looks like it's more, connecting of the boots. Sorry, Constable Ed's had enough of that. Frankly, I don't blame the Constable. He says, look, lad, you've already done that much damage and you have to lay the boot in? Just score the bloody thing. That would be his answer right now. Can anything else go wrong for you today? Oh, wait, there was a list, right. There's solid hit. Down he goes, and he has managed to mark up the Bull Centaur. All right, let's go the rest of the play. Really? There's more play?
Oh, you're gonna pay for that!
Well, Orcs, you got 4 players, and the Dwarves. Alright, have you learned the any of your ways, Chorfs? Just hit them. Constable Ed's got no problem with a clean hit. And frankly, it's SPP. Why are you ruining your perfectly good SPP? However, let's qualify. It's a chance to clear the pitch and really cripple this Orc team early. You don't blame the offense on that one. And besides, it's an Hobgoblin. He doesn't know better, does he? Makes the blitz off, and you know the end zone's that way, son. You really do. You don't need to do the strutting. Well, more solid hitting. Well, as long as he keeps standing up. Well, what do you let go? It's only a stun. And, of course, more fouling, of course. Well, Constable Ed's right now, so I can see, he's still booking the other bastard for the foul there. So he's a wee bit preoccupied. Ah, Christ.
I'm moving already!
Well, that's it. He's out for a while.
Brock, let's get out of here!
And look at the count. 4 injuries, 4 KOs. This has just been brutal. Absolutely tits up brutal. And they're still swinging away. He's at least got a couple more players up. And yeah, you count that right. 3. Finally, he's run out of things to hit. Wait, more mistake. He's got one more punch in him. Down goes the lad. Now the Dwarves. Chorfs, what are you going to do? He's not risking Constable Ed on that one. And he finally decides he's going to score that one in. Well, it's about time anyway, isn't it? Like he strained his back on that one. He's carrying the team so hard. Well, there you go. 1-0 so far, but wait for it, lads. You've got one more turn. There's the offender, but have you ever seen such a sight? 4. There's some good apothecating, at least to bring the KOs back. Now, before you go asking, he's still holding his apothecary. It's still there. He hasn't used it yet. Let's turn this one around here. And yeah, you're counting that right. 8 Orcs. Remember, you started with doing the bench. 13 players. That's what's left. Have you ever seen a sight? I'll tell you, it'd make the Yumi teams proud. But yeah, they're playing Chorfs. As for the Chorfs, well done, lad. Well done. I guess it's easier to hit them when they're bigger, isn't it? When they're big and green, not short and green. That's a story for a whole other occasion and a different broadcast. Anyway, let's get this on here. Come on, lads. Well, both fans will actually get a extra reroll. Great, wonderful. That's all they need. And see, something goes right for the Orcs. Absolutely means nothing bugger all, but something finally goes right. And here they've begun the casual punching back. Can they get anything to succeed out of that? Well, block me, block you. Why waste a reroll? How about you? Okay, now he's going to reroll that one. Push away. There we go. Gallop Blitz. It's 2 dice. He hit him. Well, at least that's something for today. Really? He's going to jump on him. Well, there you go.
Got it, boss.
Did he actually get something out of that one there? Ah, well.
Look at me flash, boss.
Well, he looked at it, and he's not impressed because it's only a stun. But there is an absolutely great pass. So, finally, first half in the tubs there, 1-0. This halftime is brought to you by Nicotine Cigarettes. That's the smooth taste expectant mothers crave. Well, that's a sight, isn't it? Never seen that, but he does get one more back. That's going to bring him back up to 9. So we're going to keep this view here for a wee while. Meanwhile, as for the Chorfs, possibly a slight adjustment. How's he want to set this one up here? Now, admittedly, he's been absolutely devastating, but now it's the defense, the Orcs, I hate to say it, have mobility. It's not by much, is it? But they do have mobility. For those of you who haven't been paying attention to the cast here, this is how devastating you're dealing with. Not just user dwarfs, guards on the front line. It's a hell of a combination. Well, there you go. It's a high kick. Can they actually go get this bloody ball?
Yeah, we've been waiting.
Oh, go get the bloody ball. It's coming out of the rafters. Come on. Come on. And it's get time for the Nats Viper game to try and get to rub. So, let's see if they can rub one out here. I know, phrasing, but it's true at this point here. A couple of solid punchdowns on the front line, they're getting somewhere. Nats Viper game, well known for having so much block on its Black Orcs. Which is great, but when the Dwarves can counter with so much, guard and of course these deadly claws, it's not the day they really wanted, but they're going to give it their best. They've got to score this one back. Push me, push you. And he's sticking the boot in one more time.
Got it, boss.
Well, that didn't achieve anything. But he does make a very successful pass, so, he does a good job on that.
Sure, we'll take it. But when do we get to shoot something?
Maybe later. Oh god, here we go again. Well, he cleaves through him on that one. Oh. And he's only stunned. At this point here, the Orc coach is actually shrugging and laughing, going, it's about damn time. It's only a stun. Yeah, you heard that one right. And you can now see here, the Chorfs are definitely deciding, considering what's been happening here, they're going to pour some pressure on instead of being conservative. Don't blame him, really. He's even still got the wizard in hand. That's a pretty deadly containment there. Well, let's see what the Orcs actually do about this mess. That's almost going potato. Well, at this point, do you blame the lad? That's a screen. Well, I guess that makes a screen the way this game's going. Again, can't be critical when you've had that kind of devastating results there first half. You're willing to do just about darn near everything. Yeah, push me, push you. It's a rarity. It's a Chorf without guard. Oh, here's a slightly clever idea. Makes the dodge away. Straight into, has to re-roll that. 1 in 9, followed by, you know what? He's just not having it today. 2 dice. Believe it or not, uphill. There's something you don't see from a Black Orc. And suddenly, in goes the fireball. What was that? That didn't work, did it? But of course, that seems to be working just fine. Oi, Lego! Alright, where are your lads going here? Well, the Chorfs, they've spent the fireball. They've knocked one over, of all things, the no-skill lineman. But the rest of the team, nope, nothing. That might be an interesting decision. Let's see what... Oh, yes, now you're starting to see what I mentioned about speed. He's faster than those dwarves as long as he keeps them pinned down. And he's got a few players to do it. But here you go. He's bringing in the one bull centaur he does have for this game. That gives him some certain flexibility and mobility. Now, notice here, strength 4, blodge, tackle. This one can do it all in a bag of crisps. And he's deciding to wait, and he's counting his blessings. Meanwhile, behind the play, he's finally got something.
Shoot him! Crush him!
In a grim game this way, I hate to admit it, the Chaos suffering a KO, the Orcs will take it. Because finally it's getting one off the pitch. And that's it, turn 11 here. Let's see what the Trolls can actually do here. Still all 3 rerolls, but Wizard burned. There we go. Block on block, and now this becomes quite the scrum. Chaos Dwarves here. Well, they're getting truly stuck in. What was that? Fortunately, he's got the wrestle. Saves his life on that one. And meanwhile, it's a push me, push you. And he double skulls, has to reroll it finally. And it's both players down once again. Alright, Orcs. It's hard to say if that's a good turn or not, but it's a turn where you didn't lose a player. That's a +1 gain. Alright, front line. There's a solid punch down. That gets that dwarf and possibly tied up here. Is this where he starts finally to... Nope, still not moving with that ball. And the turns are counting. And counting. On counting too. There's another one down. And you're not going to do anything as... Oh, good lord, he got him. Well, he's dead. He's fully... That is a scary loss right there. And now he even gets the nice little sideline charge there. That works out perfectly for him.
It's all yours, boss.
That is one hell of a turn suddenly. Suddenly going from looking on 11 on 8, it's even Steven. Well, Chaos Dwarves, can they get this back under control? Oh, you bet they can. But that's a hell of a time for the Dirty player. It wasn't even that to finally come through on a foul. Well, there he goes. He's down and stunned. But frankly, what happened? All the thunder that came from the first half, it's not there suddenly. Of course, that might be famous last word. 2 dice. No, it's 1 again. Strength 4. I had to remind you of that one, didn't I? That might be the only miscue he's got. Mind you, he was looking at 1 and 3 results that actually worked. Did not work. Orcs back to work. Makes a blitz away. And now even makes the dodge away.
I'm moving already!
It's VG's favourite. It's the side cage. But the Orcs might actually have this one partially under control. Oh, I didn't say to put... Oh god, they're going for another surf. How'd this happen? It's exactly as we said right at the beginning. The Orcs, much as they hate to admit it, have slightly better speed. Suddenly missing that one bull centaur. That's really becoming a critical thing, isn't it? And who would have thought that one? Chorfs, though, can get this under control. But they might have to do something they don't really want to do. Let's see how they play this one. Well, 1 dice, they get away with a push. Oh, here they go. It's cheekiness galore. Here he comes. And he got him. Into the crowd he goes. Well, the fans decided to have fun with that one there. And of course, behind the play, what's the dwarf thinking? You can't dodge! You're a dwarf! Well, his answer is, would you rather I stand there and get surfed? True, but you can't dodge, lad. You know, face it, you're a dwarf, accept it, move on. Orcs get back to work here. There's another solid punch down. Rest of the team's bringing up. Well, they're going to make this a crazy scrum. Gets away, though, with, once again, it's an orc that can dodge. And you said that was a bloated skill on this, peoples. It's what's keeping him alive. He keeps just running away from the skirmish. And there goes another one. Well, enough of that. And for those of you counting it down, that's 5 orcs, count them, 5 injured in this game. Still is not used as apothecary. His apothecary apparently has become personalised. There it is, crazy play. He's made the first break tackle, makes the second crazy dodge, gets in, and it's a push. It's a good push. That's absolutely a great push. But the Orcs aren't quite done yet, and now here's the problem. You've got not 1 but 2. You've got 4 players this far down, 1 Orc. And we mentioned about mobility. The Orcs are figuring it out. And they finally got something in there.
This is what we like best!
Well, there's an apothecary, because the Chorfs hate to admit it, they're going to need that player back. Does work. And he does it again.
He's got it. Can we shoot stuff now?
Well, you better score it first. Meanwhile, now you can see what's just happened here. This is the frustration level suddenly. The claws are back at blitzing. He's pretty much at this, and you hate to concede it, but at this point he's pretty much allowing that the Orcs are going to, he's going to try and screen it up. Not that way, you're not, sunshine. And the Orcs finally have got one in. It's about time. That's what my sister said for the longest time anyway last year. Alright.
There better be more, boss, because we'll be done with these right quick.
So he says. Anyway, well, that's the opinion of the coach and their supporters. That's a lot of damage, though. That's actually quite impressive. Now, let's turn this one right back around here. Looks like we hate to admit we're going into overtime here, lads. Well, game 1, you expect excitement. You've got the top coaches have made it. Well, all the top coaches and maybe additional +1, but I'm going to hold you to that one. Orcs, these are the solid 8. There might be legends spoken about. If they can find a way to hold this off, these 8 might be spoken up in Orc Legend. We mentioned there's 2 other Orc teams in here. Well, this is going to be a game to watch, isn't it? Chorfs, though. Apothecary has been burned. And, of course, the Wizard's been burned. And you're going into overtime. These are your 2 rerolls. Let's get this one started. Really? That's what they're going to do?
Give me some slugs. I'm going back in.
No one's got the fame. Yeah, there you go. Solid second reroll given back to the Orcs. However, this is where the pain might pile up. Another solid blow. Again, does not get the break, not once but twice. That's a bit of a relief when you're considering, hey, it's Claw. Solid slug the front line. Down that line goes. Now, here's your question. Do you foul? Well, he does the right thing there. He doesn't actually even try to pick up the ball. And that's it, lads. We're going into overtime. Absolutely crazy tonight. This overtime has been brought to you by Murder King. You'll get it our way and you'll bloody like it. Alright, Ed. What are you going to decide? And you got it. Orcs, they've got the ball. So, here's how it gets absolutely crazy. And I mean crazy. You got 8 Orcs left. And that's saying something. This is going to be hardball the hard way. You got 2 rerolls, but nothing else. 2 rerolls over here. And let's face it, those extra drinks don't matter for anything now, but you do have a solid team. And as mentioned, this seems to be the one thing the Orcs have finally figured out. They can outrun these bastards. And for an Orc team, that's saying something, because of only 1 Bull Centaur in this match due to unfortunate injuries. I hear it's a strained groin. That's why I don't send my players to the brothel before the game. Well, there's money everywhere. Constable Ed is absolutely delighted. Congratulations. Absolutely great. Well, his wife's going to be happy after this game. He's got a lot of flying to do. He's got 7 more games to do this week. Bloody hell. Alright, Orcs, get to work. Push me, push you. That's another push me, push you. So, can this Orc team put this one away? 2 rerolls. Anything's possible here. And he shoves that one down. Now, remember, he doesn't have his favourite little player. Not that he really cares.
We is the shootiest!
And he once again gets away with it, but of course, well, Constable Ed's too busy counting the money for his wife. I don't blame him. Easily makes the pay cut, and here we go, lads, we're away. Once again, it's that spectacular strength 4 blodge. He does everything. He even does the laundry, I've heard. It's amazing what that lad can do. Well, real Orcs iron. Of course, he tends to use it with the person still wearing the clothes. Doesn't matter how hot the iron actually is. Oh yeah, the screams are quite relaxing. Meanwhile, let's see how the King of the Rings are going to deal with this little problem. And you can see it here, not even bothering with the screen. He's decided he's going to get straight struck in. It's just a push me, push you. Disappointing to the Chorfs. But as you can see, it's not really screening. It's just sort of, no, we can go blow for blow for blow. First half proved it, but second half, it's a good question mark, isn't it? But the Chorfs know, they can get this ball carrier. It's all over. It's all over something, alright. Who's going to clean that mess up? And the Orcs, well, nothing exciting happened on that one there, so they've decided they're just going to pivot over to the left and see if they can create an opening. Light screen, not even really going for a true cage. But you can't eye players. You make do with what you got, don't you, lads? Aggressive play here by the Black Orcs. And he has to actually spend a precious reroll. Does get away with it at 1 die, and that's all he's rolling. Chorfs back to work. Block on block. Over here. Oh, well, there's another fresh half. Well, he's stunned. Yeah, I've been saying that all week. Anyway, so much for that aggression. He's penetrated in, but Orcs might be viewing at this point here. They have tied up not 1 but 4 of the dwarves. Bull Centaur, though, has come over. Let's see what happens here. Well, there's another solid hit. Down goes that poor ungrateful lad, and he does manage to get the 1 dwarf over. Yeah, where's he going? And that's what you call a free safety. Well, he's free of something, alright. Oh, yeah, he's free of infection this week, according to his doctor's report. Well, now where are the Orcs going? Orcs could find a way to try and blast through, but you know what? He's got all bloody day. So he's going to run the ball over there.
First here, then there. Wake up your mind already.
Well, he pushes that one back. Where are you going, Sunshine? Come on. Camera's having fun trying to keep track of half of this because, well, it's moving back and forth. Well, here we are, turn 19. It's not exactly any rush here, but, well, the Orcs, they've still got the bloody ball. And they can outmaneuver you, but it is giving a chance for the Chorfs to now re-maneuver back over and see if they can do something exciting. Well, down goes another Black Orc. And you can see it right here. That's it. Chorfs have decided they're going to get quite stuck in again. Because quite frankly, well, you want to win this thing. You've got the player advantage. Keep the pressure up. However, now you can see he's starting to get into more of a possible screen. Now, there's something he didn't want to see. Double skulls, but he does re-roll that one. And he got that one. And there you go. And suddenly, there was 7. However, let's look at this here. Is it a possibility? Because these dwarves can only go so fast. Is this really the one thing you got to worry about? Good skilled high player, bright tackle, he's got the block. But the remaining hobgoblins can chase after you, they got nothing. And I think he does see that possibility. He does get the solid hit.
Run and shoot, shoot and run.
Well, he'll take it. It's a stun. It's not perfect, but that does thin it down by 1 turn. And here they come, the Chorfs. Well, let's move over. See if we can contain this one. Well, 2 dice in the Black Orc. Does get away with it. Solid hit. Down goes the poor lad. And now the Chorfs once again get in there to mock things up. It's the advantage of all that guard and a wee bit of claw. They gotta pick their teeth with something. Solid hit. And that one's down too. It's a KO. And then there was 6. Yeah, you're definitely counting this one, I know. Claw, but he gets a block me, block you. That doesn't make him happy. But, of course, now here comes the Bull Centaur. Ooh, almost trips over the hamster on the field. That's a lot of possibilities here. You've only got 6 in your verse 11. This is going to be interesting, isn't it, lads? Let's get back into the game. Solid hit. And for those of you counting here, yep, that 1 key actual KO. Well, like I said, it's done wonders for them. Drops are down to 10. Of course, when it's only 6 of you, you're not too happy. Where the bloody hell's he going? Are the Orcs actually thinking of forcing this to kickoffs? Boy, that's really taking the fight out of your own hands, isn't it? Are the Chorfs going to oblige? Well, he's not trying to oblige. Push me, push you. He's got that well contained. And why are you not going the extra 2 to make sure you mock him up? Ah, that's what you've got this young lad for. And he makes it. And now here come the Orcs right back up.
I'm moving already.
Well, it's a stun. But here's the thing. I'm going to pause it up, sorry, you lads. I really hate doing it here. Are you really serious on trying to win this game? Because you're taking a chance here with kickoffs, and you can't guarantee everything's going to work your way. Yep, it's that 1 precious reroll. If you had risked 1 die, peel him off with him, He actually had like 3 blitzer here and 3 blitzer here. If you get the ball, as you can see, you can get this pretty far. Pass to him. Yes, I know it's a passing game. Such a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe an extra push, I don't know. But then you've got enough turns to get down the field. Although blitzer comes round. It's a thought. But you know what? I think he's waiting for something more spectacular to happen. If that doesn't happen, he's willing to go to kickoffs. Boy, that's taking an awful risk, isn't it, lad? Push me, push you. Boy, you've seen the one-die blocks flying out in a frenzy here. Right. That's a good solid move right there. He's got him marked up here. Now, here's your question. If you're here at the Chaos Dwarfs, do you want to risk going to kickoffs, got 1 each, but against taking it out of your lands? Yes, you're only strength 4. And yes, he's strength 4, but it's a 1-die attack. But that's the thing, and here's what I'll get to talk to you. This has probably been a long game for these dear chaps. Very long game. Does he see that? Does he want to risk that? Because admittedly it's a break tackle, 3 go forts for the hit, and you're looking for a pow. Or he could risk, and he could break tackle in, maybe. It's a lot of questions, isn't it? Well, at least Society's going to blitz out on this flank here. Does get a push. And you're going to start seeing neither of these players want to use a reroll. With a kickoff possibly looming, would you want to spend it? So that means every time you're rolling the block dice, you're really taking a chance, aren't you? Solid punch down, makes this one. Here he comes, blitzing away, getting him off the ball carrier. Does get the roll. Well, that's it. And he's done. He's out, and that's the second death of the day. Good lord. Even if you win it now, lad, that's bloody expensive. Yeah, I can see it now. They just won a cake flying out of the dugout for the Chaos Dwarves. That coach is bloody steaming. Now here it comes. Had to push me. See, he does risk it. Makes the push me, push you. He really needs to find a way to score this thing. And it comes. He's marking him up. Here comes another dwarf. This is it. He's going to try and force somehow this ball has got to drop on the ground somewhere. Orcs. Well, risk is the business. Now it is anyway.
I want their teeth! Don't touch their teeth! I knew today was going to be special!
And what we can see there, thick skull. Well, we all know dwarves' heads are thicker than the bloody rulebook. And he does it again. Dodges away. Even gets the extra hit. Ball's here. Right, let's study this one here, because if you are this coach, do you want it really going to kickoffs? Yes, you've got to reroll, but so does he. It goes out of your hands, lad. It's everyone's worst nightmare. So what's his solution here? Right, let's see if we can bring up some skills here. Take you a better gander. He definitely does have plenty of guard. He's got a guard over here, but he's kind of a little busy. He's got a guard here. He's a wee bit busy. So that's the one. And he's got to get up. Move 1. Go for 1. And then you risk the break tackle. Charge in, knock the ball. And hope it bounces someone useful. And then maybe you find a way to get the ball to him. That's his play. He sees it. Well, there you go. He trips. Sigh. And now, congratulations, we're going to a penalty shootout. Well, that's how you know how I feel about a penalty shootout. It's a hell of a way to do a playoff game. Alright, let's get this one started here, shall we? And the game is trying to figure out, alright, who's going to start this one off first? Okay, who is our first kicker for today? This is always a flip you don't want to have. And there we go. And that one is in. We're up 1-0. And now here we go, the Orcs. And it's good. Oh, here we are. Pressure's going right back to the gatehouse doors. There's the kick. And it's... oh, God. Well, can he hit in? And there you have it. Good Lord. You made it, lad. There it is. First result out of the playoffs. Possibly the first upset. Who knows? The Viper Nats gang pull it out in a penalty kickoff. You know how I feel about those ones, but there it is. 2-1 over the King of the Rings. I feel for you, Mackie. Well, that was pretty brutal. It looked like everything was going to work. In the end, it's just not your day. Again, I have to stress, it's Blood Bowl, and I bet you're tired, and the alcohol long since run out. But here's the thing, lad. Now that Orc team's got to go to the next round, and look what you did to them. Take a bit of satisfaction from that one, because I can tell you that coach is going, well, now fucking what do I do? Well, his solution is, well, he's going to have to just win the thing. So, guess what the Orcs have to say about that one?
Right, let's go!
Alright, see you next game. Nuffle, bless your dice.